Hello everyone. So I recently interviewed with Mintra, and in this video I'm just going to share everything that I know and the process that I've gone through. So let's just quickly see what we will cover in this video. So what are we going to cover is my interview process, detailed about the rounds that I had. And I'm also going to tell you the brief questions that I was asked. Then how did I actually go and prepare for Mintra, and at the end I'll just share the bonus questions that you can practice yourself to prepare for Mintra. Also in the description I'm going to put the timestamp for each of the sections that I've mentioned here. So if you want to skip through something and you feel that that section is not relevant for you, you can just go back to go to that timestamp and see whatever you would like to. So without further ado, let's just get started. So let me just first tell you the rounds that I had, and then we can go and see the details of these rounds. So I total had 6 rounds. So first day there were 2 rounds. So you can see that 20th April from 2 to 3 I had the first round. Then 20th April 4 to 5 I had the second round. So there was a 15 minutes around break between these two. So it actually started at 4:15 and went up to 5:30. Both the rounds were of coding, DS-Algo, standard DS-Algo rounds. Then after I cleared these 2 rounds, I got a call from HR to schedule the next round. So the next round was on 23rd April, and it was on low-level design. So I'm going to talk about that in a next section, which is the detailed discussion about the questions and stuff. Then after this third round was cleared, I had the next round on 29th April, which was from 3 to 4 p.m. It also was a mix of coding and high level design kind of thing. Then after that, I had a managerial round with the hiring manager on 5th of May. So this was more of a behavioral kind of thing in the first half, and the second half it was we discussed about one design problem. So this was for about 1.5 hours. Mostly all the rounds in my Mintra experience actually extended above an hour. And then the last round was with the HR. So this was mostly on the cultural fit kind of thing and behavioral questions. So this was on 10th May. So this was the last round. So I went through total of 6 rounds, and each rounds were obviously eliminations. So now that I have given you a brief summary about the rounds, let's just see the details of these rounds. So as I already mentioned that in day one there were 2 rounds, and yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is that usually you have a kind of HackerRank or screening test. That wasn't the case for me. I applied for a senior software engineer position. So as you must have seen in the the emails that I've shown you, the position was senior software developer. So I applied this position via Insta Hire, and then I directly got a call from HR that they wanted to schedule the rounds. So I didn't go through any HackerRank test directly. I went through the interviews. I'm not sure if that's the case for everybody who is interviewing for Mintra, but that's what happened with me. So the first round was the live coding. So we had a shared platform where I had to code and pass the test cases. It had to be fully executable code without any errors. So the first problem was rain trapping problem. I have already talked a lot about this problem on my channel because it was asked to me in both GS and Salesforce as well. If you have not seen that video, go and check that out. Also, I have made a video how to solve that. Then the second question was to check whether the brackets are valid or not. For example, something like that. So you needed to check whether this is valid. So this is a pretty standard problem that can be done via Stack. Then my second round was actually very so first round these questions were very basic, but the second round actually the complexity increased a lot. So it went up to 1.5 hours where we discussed about a lot of things. First question was that I needed to implement the least cache least frequently used, and then there were follow-up questions on that. So what is a LFU or least frequently used? Suppose you have a size of 4, the cache size is 4. Okay, let me just go to the whiteboard and show you quickly. Yeah, let's just say that we have a free cache of size 4. Suppose first 1 came, then 2 came, then 3 came, then 4 came, then again 1 came and its frequency increased to 2, and again 2 came and its frequency increased to 2. Now suppose, let's say, a new element came, which is 6, and so what will you delete? You will delete the element which has the lowest frequency. So here 4 and 3 both have one frequency, so you'll delete one of them. So it is not the least recently used, but least frequently used. So you have to keep the count of the frequency. So this is a tough problem, hard problem on Geeks for Geeks. So let me know if you want me to make a video. Second question on the second round was the lowest common ancestor. So this is also a pretty standard question. So what you need to do is you need to find the node. Suppose you are given two nodes like 5 and 6. You need to find the lowest common ancestor of it. That is a node from where you can traverse both the nodes. For example, if suppose the two nodes are 3 and 4, then lowest common ancestor will be 3. So this is also a pretty standard problem, and then there were some follow-up questions on both the questions. So this round actually went up to 1.5 hours. Now let's just see for the next round. So my next round was a design round. So there was only one question that was design a book my show kind of thing, and I had to write a object oriented coding code for that. So if you're interviewing for a fresher position, this round won't be there. It is mostly on the seniority level. So I had to write all the classes and entities, and then all the APIs and functions and stuff. So this after this round was cleared, I had call from my HR that my next I have cleared this round and my next round will be scheduled. Then again the next round was after some days, and it was a mix of coding question and a design question. So design question was not like some proper design. It was basically around the concepts of design, like solid principles, and the kind of load balancers and API gateway. So it was not one question, but we had a very good discussion about all the things that are used in a system design kind of thing. And then one question was on linked list that I actually don't remember, but it was not a standard question. It was more of a logical question. So this particular round, I think they wanted to judge whether I could think real time, because most of the candidates solve a bunch of problems, and then if the same question arises they can do it. But this was a more of an abstract round. Mostly the solutions were not defined, but it was more about the approach and stuff. So after this round was cleared, I had a managerial round. The managerial round was around 45 minutes. First, he asked me about some behavioral questions like why do you want to choose Myntra, what are your expectations, all the standard questions that you might hear about. And then he asked me a design question. So actually I had mentioned that I used to do competitive coding. So he asked me the question around the same line, like how will you design a competitive backend for a competitive coding kind of thing, where the user is actually submitting their solution, and you need to do all the things like tell them, give the result whether it is passed or not, how the databases are going to look like, and how the profile page is going to be there, then databases sharding and everything. So we had a very good detailed discussion about this, and because a person is submitting the code in different languages, so how are you going to handle that case? So it was a very interesting question, and actually while studying for design questions, I have never seen this kind of question. So I think it was just impromptu question that he asked, but we had a very good discussion on that. So after I cleared this round, I had a HR round, which was more about the cultural fit, behaviors and stuff. So yeah, this was my hectic Myntra journey. Now let me just quickly tell you how I prepared for it. So if you have seen my initial videos of GS interview prep and other videos, you might be aware of my process, how I do it. So I start whenever, because my basics are kind of clear about the DS and algo. So whenever I get an interview, what I do is I start reading, I start, going through the net for all the possible questions. So what I do is I start with the interview experience questions, and then everything that you can see on, even if you go on Glassdoor, you'll see some interview questions and Lead Code, Medium articles, and I'll start collecting all these articles, all these questions. And most of the questions are repetitive and I could do it, but still I like to maintain a document out of it. So this habit actually I have formed after struggle and wasting of lot of time, because whenever you are preparing for something, this is such an abstract thing to prepare for. You waste a lot of time going from one resource to another for days, and then the substantial learning just becomes zero. So for a couple of days, what I do is I prepare this document, and then for next whatever days I have, I just streamlined focus on this and solve questions. So I don't go from resources to resources. So in that way, my learning is actually maximized. So you can follow the same, and I will also save you a couple of days because I have already prepared a document that I can share with you. So yeah, this was the Myntra document for all the questions that I could find. And then I also prepared a similar design document because I was interviewing for a position where the design questions were also asked. So yeah, these were my tips. So one tip is just practice, practice and practice. Don't read articles, don't watch a bunch of videos, because that's not going to help at the end of the day. Get the idea how to get started, and then just shut every resource down. Choose your favorite platform like LeetCode or Geeks for Geeks, and practice as many questions as you can. So this is about it. If you have any further questions, let me know. Also, it takes a lot of efforts to make these kind of documents and these videos. So if you are liking my content, just subscribe, like, and share it with other people might help you. So yeah, this is it for today, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.